morning, guys. It's Greg. Welcome to Buckeye Freight Rail. And over here in Carlisle, Ohio, got M506 coming up. Got Simon's EMD Productions behind me. And we got a train coming, so let me turn this thing around. We'll get him. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. All right, M506 going to Walbridge, Ohio out of Cincinnati. Coming at you. There you go, M506, heading to Walbridge, Ohio. Let's get some more. Stay tuned. All right, folks, got M558 coming up. Cincinnati to Willard, Ohio. Look at the front locomotive. All right, Heritage unit on the front, leading. Seaboard Coastline. I think that's the third time in the last week that I've gotten him. But anyway, always cool to see it. All right, thanks for watching. I'm over here on the CSX track. There's an NS train coming down over there. Be kind of hard for you to see, but There he goes. Oh, just 2 engines. Go figure. All right, got NS 803. He's an empty coke train. Heading back to the capital of Ohio, Columbus. There you go, empty coke train heading to Columbus, Ohio, up the NS Dayton district. All right, guys, we should have NS 179 coming down soon, and maybe a CSX coming up here soon. Hopefully it picks up. It's been really slow this morning. That's the 3rd train and been here for a few hours. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, okay, we got the local LO4 coming up. Doesn't have very many cars. Should be an old SD60 he's running there. All right, there you go. All right, gates coming down on the Norfolk Southern line, the Dayton district. Should have NS 179 here. You'll have one up front and one in the end, usually. Let's see what he's got. Coming at you. About to have a meet. We got a CSX coming. right, that's NS 179. This is CSX 510, M510. Wow, how about that? Another meet. NS 179 met M510. Norfolk Southern and CSX. That's why I like this place right here. Norfolk Southern line, CSX line. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Gates going down. We got another one of my favorite trains coming, B523. Heavy steel coils. He'll pound the rails here. Comes out of Cleveland Cliff Steel Mill in Middletown, Ohio, heading to Detroit, Michigan. Coming at you. All right, forget what I said about the heavy train. He only had about 3 cars of steel coils, somewhere around in there. He's usually half steel coils, and the last half of the train is, or last 3/4 of the train was the steel slab cars. He'll load those up when he drops off the coils in Detroit and bring them back on him B522. All right, fellas.